The little girl suddenly realized her dad might be mentally challenged. She asked her dad,
Daddy, did God mean for you to be like this? Or was it an accident?
Okay, what do you mean?
I mean you're different. You're not like other daddies.
Sam quickly understood what his daughter meant. He apologized to her with guilt, but his 7-year-old daughter was surprisingly mature. She gently touched his hand and said,
Don't be sorry. I'm lucky. Nobody else's daddy ever comes to the park.
8 years ago, Sam took in a homeless woman. The woman soon became pregnant and gave birth to a baby girl. Sam joyfully named the baby Lucy, but just after leaving the hospital, the woman disappeared into the crowd without looking back, leaving Sam standing there in confusion. With the mental capacity of a 7-year-old, he had to raise the baby on his own. He did not know what kind of formula to buy, so he wandered, dazed, through shelves full of baby formula, holding his daughter. At night, when the baby girl cried nonstop, he had to call the neighbors for help. But the only thing Sam did not lack was love and patience. Whenever he was not working, he was always with Lucy, even taking her to work when she was still little. But as Lucy grew older, Sam's intellectual limitations became more obvious.
Sorry, Mr. Egg.
What's wrong with your father? Why is he acting like a retard?
Company tonight. Isn't it wonderful to have Connor for company, Lucy?
Yeah. Sorry, Mr. Egg.
The man who used to read her bedtime stories every night could no longer understand her schoolbooks. To keep up with her father, Lucy started refusing to learn.
And I'm telling you to read the word.
I'm stupid.
You are not stupid.
Yes, I am.
No, you are not stupid because you can read that word.
I don't want to read it if you can't.
Then on Lucy's 7th birthday, someone from Child Protective Services showed up at Sam's home. Sam, focused on preparing a surprise party, did not pay attention. He thought the visitor was a guest and happily invited her in. While arranging the party setup, a guy did not want to be set up by Sam. The two got into an argument, and Sam pushed the boy in agitation. At that moment, Lucy walked in.
You don't have to call him Daddy. She said you're not her real father anyway. She said she was adopted.
Sam looked at her, heartbroken. Lucy could only run away awkwardly. The worker witnessed everything. She believed that someone who could not control their emotions might pose a danger to children, so they forcibly took Lucy away and took Sam to court, petitioning to place Lucy in a foster home. For Sam, it was like a bolt from the blue. When the judge declared that he could only visit Lucy once a week, Sam could not fully understand what that meant.
I want her to go home with me, okay?
To fight for custody back, his friends found him a lawyer through the newspaper. Upon seeing this poor, stupid man, the money-grubbing lawyer did not want to talk to him, but her co-workers are looking at her differently. She immediately decided to defend Sam pro bono to change his money-driven reputation. Sam was so happy. Soon it was time for the first visitation. Sam wants to make up a birthday cake for his daughter, but he was so clumsy that he missed the bus. Meanwhile, the staff kept telling Lucy, just a few minutes left, your dad's not coming, but she still held on, convinced her father would show up. They were chatting happily inside the room, while on the other side of the one-way glass, a bunch of staff sat there ready to jot down any conversation that could make Sam look bad. Lucy, the clever one, shouted at the glass.
I said I didn't want any daddy but him. Why don't you write that down?
On her second visit, Lucy even snuck out under the guise of using the restroom. She lied to her dad about going to the park, but just before getting off,
It's the only way to be together. We'll start a new life.
Sam looked at his daughter with tears in his eyes, unable to speak. His love for her had already surpassed everything, and she felt the same way about him. Lucy drifted off to sleep in his arms, wishing the car ride could last forever, but reality had other plans. The female lawyer tracked them down, absolutely furious. Sam's actions could be seen as kidnapping, which would ruin all their hard work. Seeing her dad get yelled at, Lucy rushed up and hugged the lawyer instead.
It was all my idea.
He argued his case fiercely in court, but, with his poor IQ, he quickly fell into the trap.
Don't you think she deserves more?
Sam slowly fell apart. He gave it his all, but in the end, he couldn't turn things around. Lucy was awarded to the foster family. Before they parted, Sam made a promise with his daughter. He'll make up her birthday, but when he rushed over with the flowers, he found out that the family that adopted Lucy was well off. Looking at his shabby appearance, he knew he couldn't provide a better life for his daughter. Feeling guilty, he turned and walked away. Sam went home, locked himself in his room, skipped work, and avoided his friends. He also refused to meet with the lawyer, until she angrily flung open the door. She was totally blown away by what I saw. She told Sam he should not give up so easily, but Sam said,
You don't know what it's like, but you try and you try and you try and you try and you don't ever get there. You don't know what it's like to get hurted because you don't have feeling. People like you don't feel anything.
You think you got the market cornered on human suffering? People like me have husbands screwing someone else far more perfect than me.
Hearing the lawyer cry, Sam finally understood. Life is full of ups and downs, and everyone has their own struggles. You gotta work hard to get the life you want. So, Sam picked himself back up. He landed a dog-sitting gig and rented an apartment near Lucy's place. When he showed up at Lucy's place with his dog in tow, his daughter was furious because he broke his promise. She thought her dad didn't want her anymore, and Sam kept apologizing. He pulled out a letter. He poured his longing for his daughter into the letter. From then on, Sam quietly kept an eye on his daughter. Before visiting hours, he climbed up the tree and watched quietly, even though Lucy's foster parents treated her well, but she just couldn't let go of her dad. So, every night she'd sneak out through the window, sneaked out to see dad. After she fell asleep, Sam would carry her back home every night. Her foster parents saw this and were deeply moved. The foster mom carried the sleeping Lucy over to Sam's place. He handed Lucy to Sam, sobbing, "Here, take her."
I have to apologize to you. I was gonna tell that judge that I could give Lucy the kind of love she never had. But I can't say that because I'd be lying.
Just as she turned to leave, Sam called out to her.
If I tell you a secret, will you tell the judge on me?
Promise.
Because I always wanted Lucy to have a mother. And you're the red in her painting.
Thank you, Sam.
At the end of the story, Lucy showed up on the soccer field, with her dad as the referee right in front of her. Behind her are old friends. With the care from her lawyer and the selfless love from her adoptive mother, the custody battle no longer matters. Her smile said it all.